I just did a whole video and it wasn't recording. Wow. Anyway, Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is not anti Semitic. It has nothing to do with racism. Racism is where you don't like somebody because of their skin or their blood or their genetics. That's racism. It has nothing to do with that. There's this fight in the conservative movement right now. The Ben Shapiro's and Mark Levines are attacking the Tucker Carlsons and Nick Fuentes because Tucker decided to have Nick Fuentes on his show. Nick Fuentes has been this really controversial guy because nobody listens to him. You just believe the media. And what did we learn about the media, guys, during COVID and Donald Trump? Don't trust them. So the media said, this guy's anti Semitic. And yeah, if you listen to him at surface level, you would think that because he refers to, when he's talking about the Jews, he's talking about the rich apparatus, the system that particular Jews, it could be Canadians, it could be Mexicans, it just so happens to be Jews, have this system in place to where they control a lot of our politicians and our politics and the power that America wields on the world stage. Israel usurps that for their own benefit, and he don't like that. And any patriot wouldn't. And it's that simple. That's what he's talking about. So I'm sick of seeing these Ben Shapiro's freaking out about this is not our policy, this is not our party. You're right. What you're thinking it is isn't, and that's not what he is either. You know what I mean? And they're so sensitive. The Jews, I love the Jewish people. I love Israel, the Bible. There's a lot of stuff in the Bible that no, Tucker, it's not just the Old Testament. Okay, Israel is important all through the New Testament. Also, okay, it comes into play. When Jesus comes back, guys, just to let you know, what triggers Jesus' return is when the whole world surrounds Israel, surrounds Jerusalem and is about to attack it. That is what triggers the apocalypse. Obviously, it's important, okay? So, I don't know about y'all. I ain't taking no damn chances. I'm cool with Israel. But what Nick's talking about are people of the Jewish descendants with a lot of money because they're blessed. Obviously, they are God's people, have usurped our politicians. It's the same reason why a lot of the Democrats are also pissed off because of the lobbies and the donors. I can't tell how many times I hear this word donors. The donors. Yeah, man. And this Israel lobby is super powerful. And they're using it for the detriment to our country and to benefit theirs selfishly. That is what Nick Fuentes is bitching about.
Now, this is the next part. He's saying we need to give some slack. We need to let conservatives on a longer leash. We need to distinguish between criticism of Israeli policy and the slippery slope towards real anti-Semitism. He said we can tolerate criticism of Israeli policy, we can't tolerate the latter. I've been trying to tell you this forever, and people told me it was convoluted. People said, why would you criticize Tucker when he's 100% on our side? And I would tell people, he doesn't agree with us 100%. Why? Because, and listen, I like Tucker. I do consider Tucker a fellow traveler, but there are disagreements here. And the disagreement that me and Tucker discussed on his show is this. Tucker said it's about policy. It's about Israeli policy. It's about Netanyahu and the neocons. It's not about Jews, Judaism, organized Jewry. It's not about that. And I said, well, of course it is about that. And it's obvious why. And let me just be very clear about this first. Then I'll elaborate on the distinction. What's my real position? This is my real, completely defensible position. Netanyahu and Israel have no power over the United States that is not given to them by American Jewish oligarchs. Let me say that again. Netanyahu and his Likud party and the far right in Israel and the secular government of Israel, they would have no power over the United States if it were not for their American Jewish sympathizers in our oligarchy. What do I mean by that? You had pro-Palestine hashtags go viral on TikTok. TikTok was headquartered in China. Nothing they could do about that.
With TikTok and him thinking that that's his opinion, and he yeah, it's a good argument, but I don't want to get into all that. I just want y'all to see what his argument is and that he is not anti-Semitic. That has nothing to do with it. So please stop all this infighting that you decided to start 2 days before these crazy people got elected in these blue states, like Matt Walsh said.